Oh.
Alright, so we have Andy switching to allies.
Andy running Allied.
Going America, not France. There's times as France, you'll NG the opponent power plant. See that tech power plant, and he'll put a team
Oh,
on it.
nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Um,
Wrong version. No. I can't think of any new version for this map. This map hasn't been updated in years. Probably 2 years or more.
oh, no power plant.
Is this power plant buff? I don't know. Are we on quick match game mode?
I thought we were in quick match game mode. Well, good. Give the viewers a check-in. Okay,
Yeah, we are.
I'm in quick match. It has it.
Yeah, I don't know. He was paranoid. No, that was kind of strange.
So it was. So he was just worried about it. All right, guys, viewers, through the thick and thin, best people on the internet.
I guess he was building and it felt slow, but I'm not sure why.
We're here. We got the game going. How are we doing now? Things look okay? How are we doing in the chat, boys and gals? I say boys and gals. There's never any gals. It's just not really a game for them, but I say it anyway to be inclusive. All part of the fun. All part of the fun.
So same spots.
Oh, that's good, because if they wouldn't have been, someone would have complained. All right.
Yeah, on this map, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's pretty balanced. All right, boys and girls, Legend in yellow, Andy in red. Andy's running Allied. We do have multi-engineer on, which means there's not going to be any trickery, no funny business here. We are running a good, clean match.
Oh, there's still going to be some trickery.
There's still
He's probably going to try to steal, Legend's power plant.
Really?
Oh, some mayhem down there. Yeah.
Oh, so right, because multi-engineer. So even after someone controls a tech building,
Right.
it's still multi-engineer doesn't stay on for tech buildings, right?
For tech buildings, it doesn't.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So that might be something he does, but.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, Berg, you ready for this? This is called the Tournament of Champions. Here's the idea. We take players, but they have to play each other. Allied versus Soviet, Soviet versus Allied, Yuri versus Allied, Allied versus Yuri, Soviet versus Yuri. So every person plays each other person in a game with each faction combo. And then we slowly boil down the ultimate player. What do you think about that?
Is it all on the same map or different maps?
It's kind of a work in progress, but I think different maps. Maybe the same map. That might get a little boring. Maybe different maps. Hard to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say how players are. They'd probably complain that you're choosing their faction for them, but you might find people down for it.
Well, you know how players are. They're going to complain about something, but it's up to it's up to us to force them through those complaints and create entertainment.
Might be possible.
Yeah, might not be possible. Might not be possible. Yeah, you're right though. It would be interesting to run it with like the same map, because it would be tricky. Like, yeah, it's hard to say.
I think we have double CLA right now.
Do we have a double? I'm watching this guy on the top left. You keep me posted if something interesting else happens.
He's got one at the bottom right, CLIFB.
And oh, so he shuts that one down.
That seal wasn't waypointed. That's strange. It didn't run towards.
Oh, right. Yeah, it wasn't. Maybe, yeah, I guess maybe he hadn't decided what he was going for, maybe.
There's another one at the bottom right.
Yeah. And, okay. Here he comes. Ooh, gonna probably get this MCV. Oh, no. Oh, runs it over? Almost runs it over. Oh, wow. That was weird. It looked like Andy's own. Oh, it got back in. Sorry. Damn, and so that's just called a failed Navy SEAL mission. And now we are bringing in a group of GIs, which will not be particularly effective, but you never know.
Andy's got 3 rhinos in his base. He's trying to defend them.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 failed seal attempts. That's pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's an expensive endeavor. It is both click-wise, but financially, it definitely sets him back. Nice little rhino bunch for Legend. Battle Lab out for Andy. Andy's gonna be looking at battle fortresses here, huh? I mean, he certainly.
Probably, yeah. That's generally how he plays.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
goes,
he can't be.
Battle Fortress, Chronosphere, base trade.
He can't be happy about this. This
Ooh, he's
group.
got a Tanya though.
So walk us through, Berg. Tanya versus Navy SEAL. Break it down for us.
Well, Tanya has more health and it can detonate like tanks.
Oh, right.
So like if your MCV tries to run away, it'll just detonate your MCV.
Oh, interesting. Ooh.
Ooh, but these rhinos are pummeling through.
Yep. Couple. I mean, yeah, just didn't have the tanks to make anything happen there.
Andy trying to.
He's got some mirages out. Is he doing work down there?
Hey, he took out a war. He's Tanya. He's going for the MCV, but MCV's running away.
Oh yeah, so hit a war, hit a refinery. Legend pulling out. And Andy actually that was pretty heads up. Andy was able to preserve a lot of miners there. Legend.
Not favored. Oh, and he got the MCV.
Oh, with the Tanya. Got him with the Tanya?
Yeah.
Wow. So, takes a couple tanks with her. Tanya hanging and banging, going down swinging. Love that. Yeah, so Legend, I think rewatching that, you'd see Legend was maybe a little bit distracted with the whole Tanya situation because his tanks were kind of just messing around with the pillboxes. He could have tried to hit the refinery. Yeah, or tried to go past the pillboxes, tried to hit the miners. All right, pushing in here. Couple Mirage.
Andy just has to defend this attack, but
yeah,
there are a lot of rhino tanks.
The Mirages are coming. Oh, the elite picks up. That'll be big.
It was low health. That would have been deadly. So I think Andy should be able to defend this. Just a few tanks left, and they're all pretty weak.
It does have the money to pump a couple pillboxes. Yep, all those tanks smoking. Perfect pillbox. Shields doesn't even lose the battle lab. That's gonna be hard to recover from. He does have he's got a big economy, sitting on 10K. Only one war factory though. Andy moves to a long telemine. Legend's still trying to press. I guess being so far down on tech right now, maybe Legend feels like he can't sit back. But financially, Andy's in a really tight spot.
Tanya for defense.
Yep, defensive Tanya, the defensive Tanya.
He wants to kill Legend's last war factory.
Yeah, paratroopers coming in, they're not going to get anything done. Yeah, if he can knock that war factory out, he'll be out of the game. But until that happens, he's got an economy rolling. He's pumping rhinos.
Andy's economy's in shambles right now.
Yep.
And Legend putting all forces to defend this war factory.
Yeah, doesn't want to lose that. Yeah, doesn't. He's got a couple
Power plant.
Oh, the war. Oh, Tanya. Okay. Well, he still has his power tech, so he's not low power.
I thought Andy was going to win this, but the money situation is looking much better for Legend.
Yeah, Andy's sitting on a little bit more, but yeah, without being able to expand, I mean, that's not the kind of distance mining you want to be doing late game. And a good little Rhino force, a flak there to defend against the Rockies.
What's Legend doing with his Rhino tanks right there? That was weird. He brought them all home.
I'm not sure what that was kind of odd.
Should be like attacking these miners or hitting something.
Yeah, these miners. I mean, these miners are ripe right now.
Ooh, Andy's got a battle fortress out.
Battle fortress out. Yeah, but yeah, he's just money-wise. And he's got an engineer, too. Oh, did he... Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. I was like...
A lot of Rhino tanks to deal with.
A lot of Rhinos. Another battle fortress out. I don't think he's got... Yeah, I think he's only got... Perfect shield. Could have delayed it for a second, probably. Hits the hits battle lab and pulls out. And, that reduces Andy at this point. No Rocketeers, obviously. No air. Leaves him to only making Grizzlies. I think, Legend kind of likes his odds with that. There's no reason to press anymore there. He can take a second to breathe. His economy's rolling fairly strong. Regroup. Get another handful of Rhinos and and finish it out. Yep. And that Rhino Storm should be insurmountable.
Legend got an engineer out. Andy's setting 4 IFVGIs. They're all up on the left side.
IFVGIs. Trying to get something. Yeah, if he can do a little hit and run mission on that War Factory, but it's going to be too little too late. Loses the War Factory. He is now reduced to building GIs. Which you never want to be in that position, obviously. Here comes these. He's got a couple of conscripts on guard duty, though. Should be okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the War Factory.
Gets the War Factory, and both players now building infantry left with what they got. But these, I mean, Legend can just press up here in the top. You know.
Andy needed to kill that War Factory like 5 minutes ago, but
yeah.
Legend did well defending it. So.
It was a good kind of speed push there at the end, but too little too late. Legend kind of playing with his food a little bit here. Doesn't have a
he's bringing up the miners.
Yeah.
Messing around.
I guess. Yep. No reason to bring everything you got and close it out. Andy now officially broke. Oh, Legend at took that power plant.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
GG. That was a good game.
Yeah, that was good. That's tight. See, those are the kind of games, man. A good old-fashioned Allied versus Soviet with no engineering nonsense is just a good time. Yeah, isn't that great? The loser. Yeah, we have that interesting problem where there's only lag for the loser.
Yeah, it's true.
That's right.
Both games felt the exact same to me, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they seemed very similar.
Is anyone in the chat did they think the game was laggy?
Yeah, did it look laggy to any of you guys in the chat? We're gonna have a little bit of a delay, so we're gonna find out a second late. But turn this music down a little bit. I always have to remind myself that people aren't ignoring me. It's because I have a 12-second delay. But I'm always like, I say something, and I'm like, was that the stupidest question ever? Because no one is responding. 12-second delay, though.
Good old dry heat.
Dry heat. Back to Yuri. 1-1. And Flip does it. I think he does this thing where he's like living his life. He's just got the stream in the background, and then as soon as something comes up about Andy, he's like, boom. I got an opinion. But it does add to the drama, and that's mostly what I'm here for, so I appreciate it. All right.
I'm a big
Jaz.
fan of this map, just because the games on this map are always pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. You force players to play a little differently, and that's always entertaining.
It'd be interesting to get another map or two like this in the pool.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be cool. So you guys in the chat, you guys are getting a little bit of lag, huh? It's weird. I swear, Berg. I swear these games are running so smooth on my end. They're smooth for you?
Looks like it.
Huh.
Like I'm watching the dog run and it's not stuttering at all.
Yeah, these look like happy gazelle hopping dogs to me. Yeah, so Jaz, that tournament, the Tournament of Champions, where the players play with all the different faction combos. The date for it is TBD. I'd like to get it going. It'll probably be something we do over the course of like a week, and yeah, hopefully we get it going here in the next. I'd like to run it by the end of June, actually. So should be a good time. I told Andy. Well, first I told Andy, I'm like, yeah, we should do a tournament where you choose the other player's faction. Or like one player gets to choose the other player's faction. Anyway, just to force some Allied versus Soviet stuff to mix things up. And then he was like, that idea is stupid and worthless, but you could do it where you play each combo a faction. I was like, Andy, that's the exact same idea, just slightly tweaked. But anyway. The early push here. Ooh, good run over work with that Rhino. Cleaning up. And he's going to get out smoking. And that's a hero. That's a hero Rhino right there. Getting work done. Clearing out the way for the conscripts who need help because they shoot BB guns. Yeah, so Flip, so it would be a combo, like one game you would choose the other player's faction, the next game that player would choose your faction. Basically, at the top we would just see players Allied versus Soviet switching off. Maybe like the final match, and I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, I want to do something. The Soviet versus Soviet thing is getting a little boring to me, and I'm not a big Yuri fan, so I want to get some more Allied versus Soviet matches going. I can only make Big Butt play so many times, so. Something will be in the works soon.
You can track down some Red Alert 2 players, like Distant Q and Jared. Have you heard of them?
They play Allied?
Red Alert 2. They had an Allied versus Soviet matchup yesterday.
Oh, really?
Series.
Yeah, I guess I could look a little harder.
And like those are fun games to watch. Allied versus Soviet, Jared and Distant Q.
Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I like good old fashioned Allied versus Soviet combos. I also do, but I do like watching top players play like their unfamiliar faction. It's interesting to it's kind of fun, mixes things up as well.
I see.
But yeah, that's good to know. I was like, I just like asking Big Bud to be on every weekend. Yeah, so despite that little early conflict, pretty passive game for what I usually see in this map. Oh, brings that Deso in. Alright, got the Yuri Prime in the combo. Is the Yuri Prime affected by radiation?
Oh yeah, you gotta run away from that.
He's hovering over it. Why would he be affected by it? That's stupid.
It's in the air, it gets in your nose.
Oh, it's in the that's okay, that makes sense.
Rocketeers, they're a little bit higher though. They don't.
Oh, right. It just depends on how far. Yeah. What about the hovering tank destroyers in SFJ? Do they get affected?
Yeah, I think so.
They're about the same elevation as Yuri Prime.
Yep.
Alright, using that disc, hits the Desolators, gets that flak in. Alright, Berg, what do you think at this point? What do you think? Who are you feeling in this game?
It's looking good for Andy, I think. If he's able to lane this Yuri Prime on one of the Legends buildings.
Yeah, I mean...
Getting close to the Sparix. I think he really wants to tag the Sparix.
Yep.
Got it?
Oh, yep.
He got the flat cannon and sold that. Nice. Now he's got the barracks.
He's got the barracks. Yep.
He built an engineer.
Gets the engineer, takes the tech building. Can't build any more engineers.
I thought he would have a grinder down by now, but...
Yeah, didn't kind of abandon that plan, interestingly enough. So now rerouting to the main base.
Now he's got the grinder out.
Oh, right, because he got the power plant. So he's got the grinder out now. Did he just Iron Curtain a single tank? Was that a misclick? What just happened?
There are 3 Terror drones.
Oh. Alright, he's going to try to cut off this expansion. Oh, gets a tower up. That'll be annoying. I thought those towers could take over... How many can they take over at a time? 3?
3, yeah.
Gets another... Oh, is able to get that power plant off. Still gets a grinder up. Yeah, Legend just has no army other than these... Oh, if you have few rhinos. It's a flat cannon up. The Brute's coming in. The Brute's coming out. Brute's coming in, Brute's coming out. They see the Desos. They decide that's not the move.
But there's just a lot to think about in this going on in this game right now. I can't even keep track.
Yep. Andy stealing some money, gets the flak in there. Nice, actually Actually, I think Legend did that. Oh yeah, he had taken over. That was good. So now all that flak smoking from that radiation.
Yeah,
Decides
it's
to.
just not looking good for Legend. He needs maybe a nuke, but
Yeah, he needs a little.
he's just lost this whole expansion pretty much.
Yep, lost that expansion and
lost the refine.
playing very defensively, really, and especially on a map like this, once you get on your heels, it can be hard to recover. The elite mag doing some work here, cleans up those miners.
The Legend down to 3 miners. Andy's got 5. And Andy's got both supers out.
Kirov coming out for Legend, and that just might be the Hail Mary that he needed. Is it going to be enough? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. But, said it before, I'll say it again. I love it when a player's got a trick up his sleeve, a little Hail Mary action.
Dominator is ready.
It takes a couple of those flaks, starts using them against him. That's kind of funny because that's the only air defense that Andy has right now is mind controlled. Iron Curtain is ready. See what he can
I'm wondering
make.
if he'll just steal 4 of these rhinos or what he's going to go with the Dominator.
This Kirov's is really gonna clean up here. Still no one mind controlled flak is the only thing doing any work. Okay, does some work with that super weapon. This Kirov, yeah, he keeps trying to sneak these flaks in and just keeps losing just enough of them.
Yeah, he just needed like 1 Gatling tower.
Yeah, it was interesting. Andy, I don't think Andy's concerned with this expansion apparently. Because that Kirov's getting working.
Oh, that Kirov is clutch.
Yeah, but ooh, now it's just AFK Kirov. You don't want that. Yeah, I mean, put a dent in the expansion. Oh, yeah, I mean, but need
send these drones over there. Oh, he's got a Gatling tank. There's the IC.
Yeah. Hits that tower. It just needs to. I mean, we just need to nip this expansion in the bud. You know, it's just like he continuously leaves one building and allows Andy to keep messing with him over there, and it's like, all right. So there's the nuke, Berg, like you called. He definitely needs something like that to happen here.
Both players about out of money. Legend needs his expansion back.
Yep.
And Andy's moving to the left side.
Yep. Masterminds, a mag coming in.
Ooh, good drones on the masterminds.
Yeah, yep, those masterminds. Yeah, that elite mag doing some work here. Good shield. Oh, gets the drone in on the elite. Good defensive maneuvering there.
Legend should kill this power plant on the right side.
I know, it's driving me crazy. It's like, dude, nip this thing in the bud. Maybe he wants to take it over for some reason. Oh, he's got a nuclear reactor. Yeah, destroy that thing. Doesn't make any sense.
Because I mean, oh, he's trying to take it. I would just kill it. I mean, multi-MG's on. I guess he.
Oh my gosh! And he gets the tower and the grinder up right in time. So annoying.
That's painful.
Yeah, I mean, and there was like, why take it over when you have a nuclear reactor? Like, you know, I mean, and just like that, Andy takes back that expansion. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to mess with that. The $500 that it took to take the power plant wasn't even worth it on its own. And there you go.
This just seems over. I don't think there's anything Legend can do.
No. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I think toss the G's. Maybe wants to get that nuke off. I call that a spite nuke. It's the opposite of an effective nuke because it does nothing, but you do it in spite of your opponent, despite the fact that the game's over. So maybe he wants to try to launch a spite nuke, but yeah. That siege helicopter is stupid. Stupid. Dude, I feel like in best of 13, like this whole like don't quit when you're about to lose thing is kind of annoying because yo, we got 12 more games to play, you know? Like let's fucking make it happen. Busts out the IC. Is able to kill a couple tanks with it. Picks up an elite, which is nice, but Spite nuke coming. I thought my space. Spite nuke blocked.
Yep, good sell and shield. Andy's got both expansions now.
Yep. Andy's sitting on 3 bases. Legend's sitting on 1. Legend, yeah, Legend's economy is still kind of staying. Yeah, I mean a little bit of money, but hey, Path, how you doing, man? Glad you woke up. You're missing quite the show. 1-1, best of 13, which means we have like 30 more games to go. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Legend's just gonna die a slow, painful death.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's best of 5, I get it. Like, never give up, never surrender. But best of 13, it's like cut and go, you know?
Yeah.
Distant Q, does Legend have a chance here? No, I don't think he does.
No, there's no chance.
Literally no chance. Andy's sitting on both expansions, so getting stronger by the moment. It's just... I mean, I guess Andy doesn't have that much of an army somehow, but I don't know. Oh. I feel like Legend could maybe like try to press or something. I don't know, it's so annoying. I mean, these towers, like, Andy doesn't have an army, but he doesn't really need one to defend himself because of these towers, you know? Yeah, Andy could, there's always a chance that someone throws, certainly, but...
And Legend is still mining, surprisingly.
Yeah, he is. And now he's on a gem patch. I mean, Legend.
Now he's getting a miner attack. He's been kind of getting these middle ores.
Yeah, he has been staying busy. Like, he hasn't been totally out of money, but... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Andy's just kind of messing with him because Andy doesn't really have that much of an army, but just has these towers that, like, just totally shut down a small little army like this. Very difficult for him to push with anything other than the Iron Curtain. He does have an Iron Curtain now up.
And Andy should mine more of this patch on the right. Put a miner down there. It's a war factory.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, Andy's not even mining on his right side base. I feel like he's just kind of toying with him. Yeah, I kind of wish Andy would have won the Allied match so that he would have kept playing it, because now Andy will probably never go back to Allied. Well, like that first game, I mean, there are Yuri Soviet games that play out well. There's just some like this where it becomes this like...
Ooh, taking out some of these discs. That's
nice, yeah.
Legend going for all-in attack here.
Yep. Going for it. Yeah, and then that like tower pops up.
It might fall short here in a second. So there's another tower on the way, I'm sure.
Yep. And once this force is destroyed, I think Legend will fall on his sword. Maybe not. I mean, he hasn't yet, so... He's got an elite left. Never give up when you got an elite.
Oh, Andy stole his oil at the bottom right, too.
Oh, really? Yeah, Andy's just messing with him. Rule 13, though. You never quit when you got an elite. Guy pushing back in again.
Flasher's in his base, hitting the lab.
Yep.
He's probably going to hit the nuclear plant and Dominator it to finish it off. Now I'm getting some lag.
Yeah. Ooh, that's very unlike Legend. I don't think I've ever had Legend do that in one of my games before. I mean, I guess allegedly.
Oh, wow. What a controversial moment. The lag spike. I see the Dominator. Suspicious. Andy's not gonna like that one. It lagged like the weirdest time.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was just DCing, obviously, whenever someone's getting crushed and I see that screen pop up. Oh yeah, he could have killed the radar before the lab to prevent the psych towers. That kind of seems like an obvious move, huh? Like when Legend pushed there, like instead of trying to go right for that battle lab, he could have tried to take the radar out, right?
Maybe. The radar takes longer to kill.
Yeah, I could have stopped the psych towers. I mean, Andy literally isn't building an army. Oh, that's a pretty good nuke. Like, Andy's literally not building units.
Yeah, this game needs to end. Andy's now cloning initiates for grinding of purposes, I assume. On the right there. Andy has a second MCV on the right as well.
It's kind of a bummer, but it's one of those things where it's like, man, if somehow Legend won this, it would be so entertaining. But it's just not going to happen. Yeah, that's true. He has been Andy's been letting him mine still. I mean, well, Andy doesn't really have an army, so you think it's 50-50, huh? Yeah.
Not 50-50.
I wouldn't say 50-50.
Say like 10-90.
Glad you could put him on 10%, huh? I just don't. I mean,
Andy's got multiple MCV. He's got
yeah,
multiple battle labs going. I mean,
he's just like farming money. The problem is
he has money.
Yeah, the problem is this army that Legend. It's just like this army. It's just not gonna ever break through the site towers, you know.
Yeah. Like he's gonna try an Iron Curtain right now, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Once you really get your
Legend's struggling to Iron Curtain more than 3 tanks at a time.
Yeah, that's not what you need. You definitely want to.
Yeah, this is a really good attack. He got the Dominator, which is huge.
Psych tower coming
there's
up.
no tower. Maybe hit that power plant.
Yeah, going for the power
Andy
plant.
probably has a lot of power right now. He's got 2 neutral tech power plants as well.
There goes that elite.
There's the GG. One final attack.
Yeah, that's really it. Andy was kind of messing around there, I think. I mean, to be fair, I've seen Andy lose when he's messing around, so it's not like. But yeah. Okay. All right, one sec, Bert. Gotta grab a beer. All right, we in it. We in it. We in it.
I guess pick a new tunnel. I'm not sure what lag they're talking about.
It's very odd, yeah. What do you think? I feel like Danita's the one we always go for with Anon. Oh, Dorado, huh? Dorado.
He's talking about the map.
Oh. I was like, is that a new tunnel? That's funny because when he said that, I was just thinking, I was like, you know what's not a good map is El Dorado. You remember that map, Berg?
Interesting map.
I mean, it's like so goofy because if if someone doesn't know the map, you can like if someone doesn't, there's so much, you have to get so far from your base like right away, you know. Yeah, when I was 12, I used to only play El Dorado and try to get people who didn't know how to play it, and I would immediately base move and cut off the entire map. And then by the time they got their radar, they were just stuck on their little island. I wasn't a very fun little 12-year-old. All right, all right. Game number 4. And tension's high at this point. Yeah, we are doing the QM maps, which means the we do have that power plant buff on as well. So, yep, QM maps. Yeah, tensions are high. I think Legend coming off that last loss, he's not happy. He was definitely... Thanks for the follow, Laszlo. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, he really wanted to squeeze something out in that last one. It wasn't possible, so hopefully he can use that that vigorous sort of attitude to make something happen here. Because he does need a win. The only win he's picked up at this point. V-Dub, you've getting some... The stream's lagging, huh? Are other people having... This is so weird. I swear my game is running so smooth on my end. Yeah, the only win that Legend has, for any of you guys just showing up, the only win he has is when Andy went Allied. So has not been able to get a win yet against Yuri. So, Berg, I don't know what FFG means.
For fun game.
Oh.
Andy's been trying some early pressure with the lashers this game. He's got 4, 5, 6.
Yep, decent amount of lashers coming in.
And while he's pressuring, he's eating up gems on the right side of the map. And he's killing these gems on the left side.
Oh, that's interesting. Destroying the gems early. Doesn't have enough rhinos to do anything about it. Free fun game.
So Andy's up to what, 2, 4, 7 miners.
7 miner, yeah. So busted out those early lashers, keep a little pressure on, and then really pushing the economy.
Legends only got like what, 4 miner.
I love the build on this map, the way it like just perfectly lends itself to dropping off that little cliff. Such a satisfying build.
Legend trying to kill this miner on the right. I think he'll probably get it.
Yep, picks one up. Now he's got some slaves to join in the attack. That miner's on the run.
And he's hitting the miner bottom left as well.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a good couple splitting out some different tank divisions, doing some work on. Yeah, Andy got pretty greedy there. Kind of sent miners all over the map, and yeah, Legend made him pay for it there. It's definitely a good hit for Legend.
But Andy still has 8 miners left.
Still has 8.
Not really.
Good hit. Maybe not a big enough hit, but a good hit nonetheless. Laszlo, who is this guy streaming? You just followed me, man. Come on, you didn't even do any research. You don't know anything about me. I could be anyone. Just follow random people on Twitch.
Legend's gonna finish off the miner on the right.
Yep. Yeah, Legend's gonna be pretty happy about that. Now he's got himself a little slave army, which doesn't technically do any damage, but I think it's kind of satisfying against a Yuri player to see his units turned on him. Definitely good for the morale.
Andy building that second MCU.
Legends Rhinos pumping out. Genetic Mutator and Iron Curtain both out. Pushing in with these Rhinos now. Yeah, we'll see. Andy went a very heavy economy. We'll see if he pays for it here with this early push. Legend's gonna take another miner.
Andy has his outpost going on the bottom left. Ooh, that Desolator just killed a lot of tanks in the middle.
Oh, yep. Good hit. Got a couple guys smoking. Something sometimes. Yeah, that's a good way to describe the slave army. Something sometimes. Legends army is just looking very large right now. Oh, watch this single slave. Yes, let's go. Be a hero. Oh, doing work. Oh, I seized the drones. Nice hit. Nice hit. That was just what he needed. Thin out that herd a little bit. Do work on this expansion.
Yeah, nice job killing this expansion.
Yep, it's that expansion. Yeah, really making Andy pay. Andy was taking big bites early on. You know, going all over the map for his gems. Early base expansion without an army to protect it, and Legend made him pay for it. You gotta think Legend could be pushing right now with this army, don't you think, Berg?
I think he will in a second. His IC is ready in 2 minutes.
Okay, maybe he's biding a little bit of time. And he's just about to run out of ore in his. Oh, he's
I mean, he
ore on the backside of his base.
and he's got Andy contained. I mean, he's killed like 4 miners.
Yep, very well contained. Some miners now coming out, and Legends looks like he's gonna clean these guys up. Yeah, Andy does not really have the army to. Couple masterminds there. We'll see if he brings. Legends probably looking to. Gotta think he's looking to bring a couple drones out again for that IC. Did a really good job cleaning up Andy's forces last engagement with that. Now Andy committing to the defense of his economy over here a little bit. Yep, here come these drones. Iron Curtain's ready. Oh, yep. Gets those and gets in his base looking for more. But I think these guys are done.
So Legend gonna try to kill as many miners as he can with that army.
Cleaning up miners, yep.
And he's got an MCV moving to the top right.
Wait, he didn't destroy it? Why is there an MCV in the bottom left? Legend didn't destroy that?
No, Andy built another one. He moved.
Oh, he built another one and went for it again. Nice. Oh, just
Legend also at the top right himself.
Oh, nice. So now he's expanded. Yeah, these Rhino tanks, I mean, I still feel like... Okay, pretty good super weapon hit there. You'd think... I don't know. I just feel like Legend should be pushing right now before Andy is able to start getting the discs and stuff going, you know? But it looks like he is. Yeah, and so Andy getting really comfortable with defending himself with these towers. You know, he doesn't feel a need to have an army if he doesn't want to attack, I guess. And he's, you know, very comfortable building an economy and defending himself with these towers.
Yeah, Andy has 6 war factories. He just pumped out like 4 miners in
Yep.
a minute.
Yep. He just still wants he wants that economy to get rolling. He's not going to get bullied into engaging, I guess. He wants to play his game, wants to get his economy going, and
that mutator only made him 5 brutes. That was not ideal.
Gotta hit that tower. Gotta hit that tower. Man, those towers are annoying.
The tower is doing work.
Yeah.
Ooh, elite brute.
The elite brute grinds him. So gonna hits this MCV.
With a nuke on the main base. Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Low power.
Low power, good nuke. God, he could have waited a second for that nuke, hit him low power and knocked
Andy's
out.
on top with a big split.
Oh, Andy coming in. Let's see. Ooh, and those masterminds get in big, take the rhinos that are to defend. Pumps early with the drones pumping out to defend. Legends stomping out the rest of that. But okay, so he does have drones in pretty much everything at this point.
Andy killed both of Legends MCVs.
Okay.
Legends on 20k, but he's only got 2 war factories.
Whoa, Legend 25k. Interesting. 2 war factories, 25k. Start pumping. So Legend does not have an MCV. Andy does have an MCV. Andy's rebuilding that tech and pushing again for the MCV move. He's got his mindset on this bottom left corner, and he wants it. Yep, more minor harassment from Legend, which has kind of been the MO all game and has worked very well for him. Andy again with that bottom left expansion.
And Legend has his MCV back.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he had depot, yeah. Wow, yeah. Yeah, Andy was trying this interesting strategy where instead of defending miners, he just built them non-stop. Like, as fast as Legend could destroy them, Andy has just been building them. So Andy's economy's got to be suffering here. Well, I still... Gets that expansion out, still been pumping the miners, even more of them.
The nuke is out. The Legend ready to launch pretty soon.
Nuke coming. Nuke coming.
Wonder if he'll just hit the bottom left and try to wipe this out.
Yeah, it's such a tight collection. And he's got a decent amount of power collected there as well.
And he's nuking the main base.
Ooh, wow, perfect shield. So, Berg, remind me again. So, what kind of, the defending player, in order to shield, what kind of information do they have to figure out where it's going?
For the nuke?
Yeah.
You just kind of listen to where it's loudest. Move around.
So you scroll around your base, and then as soon as you hear the siren the loudest, you have an idea of where it's going. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Soviet doesn't have that luxury when it comes to Yuri's Dominator.
Oh, interesting.
The face appears and the damage is there immediately.
Oh, interesting. And the weather storm the same way, or the weather storm even more so because the clouds gather and then you can shield.
Yeah, the clouds gather and you can react in time. I mean, really, with the Dominator, the face should appear, then like a second later or two, then the.
Yeah, especially if the other ones have a warning, then yeah.
Yeah, but Westwood's like, give him the best super weapon.
Give them the best everything. They can't transport engineers. Don't forget about that. That's the
they
one.
have no flak track or anything.
That's the one thing. No armored personnel carrier. All right, in the main base here, engaged on top. Little bit of a base trade going on.
Yeah, Legend just has so many rhinos right here.
Yeah, and
I don't
again,
know how
Andy.
Andy will stop this.
Yeah, and Andy just doesn't have much of an army of his own. You know, it's so. Yeah, I guess I don't. I'm just not that familiar with Yuri, but it just seems like I get his Andy strategy to not lose, but I'm not sure what his strategy is to win in a game like this. Like when he's not building an army, you know. It's just interesting. Trying to counter with these brutes.
But the elites are able to beat
Yep.
him up.
Yep. And
That should be game.
tossing the G's for Andy, which means it brings us to a good old-fashioned 2-2. Yeah, that's true, Jaz. It could have an audible warning like that. Like when it says we won with Yuri, that could be more focused on where it's going to launch. Andy moving his other MCV. Does still have another fully functional base. He's got power. Oh, this nuke. Well, he'll be able to shield, but oh,
I don't think he has any power.
Oh, didn't have, and so that's pretty devastating shield. Gets the MCV out of there, but
GG.
oh, the goose says that they tested a Yuri thing in one of the patches like that where it would warn you. Apparently, I wouldn't know. All right, brings us to 2-2. If it was best of 5, this would be game match, game point. But it is best of 13, which means we're nowhere near game point, and that's good because it's a Friday night. I know all you guys are bored, looking for a good time. Poltergeist, it's just what the people wanted, what the people needed, just what the people needed.
Yuri can't revenge if it's not OP. Yep. It can't be Yuri's revenge if Yuri's just some.
Yeah.
So they had to make it OP. So it fits.
The weather storm, I think, does tell where it's hitting. The weather storm, the clouds collect. You have like multiple, and then the damage is done over a period of time. So the weather storm's the easiest one to block. Yeah, that's right, Big Bud. I think you're absolutely onto something there. Be a little anticlimactic if it was Yuri's revenge.
If anything, we should be buffing Yuri. I mean, I don't know if they're strong enough. They need to really have their revenge.
Well, I think it's like more of a comeback story though if they're the underdog, right? If it's like
that's not how a Yuri does things.
Yuri. Yeah, maybe just remove all of them. This whole shield each other's super weapons is kind of annoying. I think just let the nukes run havoc.
True. Yuri, I mean, force shield does benefit Yuri quite a bit. Probably. Just remove the force shield.
Yeah, get rid of it. I love this little polar bear. I like that he's on an island too, so he never accidentally gets killed.
But this is one of Andy's favorite maps. I think for Yuri, benefits them pretty nicely because you can defend your miners pretty well on this map as Yuri. They don't have to go very far out, you know, the distance. They're just all in your base. Get more.
Yeah, wait, say that again. The Yuri miners?
Yeah, I think they're good on this map.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of nice.
Easy to defend.
Couple patches close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really took some big bites in that last one, and Legend just really did.
Well, that's why he was moving MCV to the bottom left because he's trying to build a base there.
Right.
So if the miners are there just by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's the SFJ tournament been going, Berg?
That's a question for Snark, I think.
I mean, have you been watching? I don't mean from an authoritative standpoint. I mean, have you watched some of them?
I've been watching a few games.
Are you in it?
No, I'm not in it.
Do you not SFJ?
I play it sometimes.
Yeah, I was watching some of the ones Matt had up earlier, but man, that whole, I got on my computer 2 hours early. It's like, if nothing goes wrong, I can be streaming in 12 minutes, but inevitably something always goes wrong. And that bug, 2 hours. 2 hours of my life trying to figure out what to do. Wait, the drones? You can just drop the drones and they just blow up?
No, he had a Gatling tank.
Oh, it did. I just find it so hard to believe that this game could be lagging right now for the players.
Yeah, I mean, this looks smooth.
It just seems odd.
It's not. I mean, it's not stuttering at all.
Yeah, right. Couple of rhinos here, bottom left. Going for that weak underbelly. But Andy, in turn here, probably has a side tower ready. Countering his movement with that flak. Good little combo.
Legend has some rhino tanks at the bottom left.
Yep. Yep, moving in here.
Psychic tower might be coming down.
It's gotta be. I mean, you have to. That's the problem. Every time.
For the power.
Yep, a good idea. Fully loaded power too.
The tower.
Tower staying on the power. Stays on the power.
Nice.
Nah.
Andy had some backup power plants. So
Yeah.
well played.
Yep. A good idea. I mean, obviously, that's people are gonna be looking for that.
Andy trying to get this MCB.
Oh, gets a nice shield on, but isn't gonna be able to hold it.
Nice.
Yeah. So left to his own devices. Does have his tech up though. 2 war factories, tech, Iron Curtain, nuke. Not a good miner position though. And Andy continues to press. Now Andy's playing a little bit more offensively. You know, well, that last game he had those early. I forget he had those early lashers last game. If he can get a war factor here, that'd be nice. Isn't able to do it though. The game changes so much once someone doesn't have an MCV, because it's like every time you push, it's like if you just get one building with every push, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Legend can build an MCV, and he is.
Oh, he's got the depot out. He's got the depot out. Yep, that's right. I always forget that's
something Legend learned when facing Andy is always build a depot.
It's just because those early targets on the MCV.
Andy's like #1 target is kill your MCV.
Oh, that's a good idea. And people forget. I mean, the depot is a cheap building too.
$800 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's no reason not to. Especially, I mean, a game like this could be just what he needs.
Yeah, and especially when facing Andy, because I feel like his key strategy is killing your MCV. That's what he likes to do.
Yeah.
So Legend been under pressure all game to see if he's able to bounce back. Andy's on 4 war factories. Oh, Legend's flak tracks are all gonna die here. Ouch. Both players pretty low on money.
Does he have that MCV out?
Legend? Yeah, he moved it over here.
Oh yeah, he's got the MCV.
Legend just needs to try to defend, I guess, and stabilize. For the time being. Should be able to. He's got some desolators out, drones.
Couple of drones. Pretty good drone hit there.
Yep.
Yeah, the Iron Curtain drone is just such a necessary tool in the Soviet arsenal against the Yuri player.
Yeah, so imagine like in a super weapons off game, how hard it is to win with Soviet versus Yuri. Because you need that icy drone combo a lot.
Alright, nuke out Iron Curtain now.
No mutator for Mandy this game. Sure.
Yeah, pretty low on money and well, on a good patch there, but Andy's economy is not flush.
It seems like a good map for mutator. All your miners are kind of on one patch at a time.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is. There's the mutator out. Another Iron Curtain drone. Man, it's just like, and that's just such a financially advantageous endeavor. I mean, those drones, what are the, I mean, the drones, every time they take a, they cost so little and do so much.
Big attack from Legend coming in now.
Yep.
The Dominator's ready from Andy. Ooh.
Ooh, good hit. Good hit.
Completely stops that attack. Dominator is just kind of a game winner. I mean, it just wins games.
There's Andy's money's rolling a little bit now. Both players decent amount of money. 2-2, so best of 13. First player to 7 ends it, right? 7, yeah, 7.
This started like an hour and a half ago.
To be fair, we have had some technical difficulties, but then again, that one game.
Because I told you it would take like 2 hours. But
Yeah.
It might take 3 hours.
Well, I mean that one. If I mean both these players, yeah, I mean if they both continue to throw the flag.
Yeah, no, these games have been longer. Each game's been like 20 minutes, so these have been on the long side. For sure.
Well. Yeah, I mean. I don't know. It's also just annoying. Like that one game went 15 minutes longer because Legend refused to throw the towel. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they'll start getting a little more tired. Maybe not. Certainly playing for a few hours isn't beyond either of these guys. Army pressing in here. Flak.
4 Lashers in Legend's base. Gotta take care of those.
Yeah, just doesn't really.
Busy attacking right
Yeah, it doesn't seem to even be, not even on his radar. But it doesn't really need to. Oh.
Should be okay. He's totally wiping out.
Yep, now his army's. Yep, now his. I'm sure he's got a couple drones on the task. He's got 1,700. He could pump a couple drones, but. So Legend splits up here to try to take both these bases. A little bit of a base trade, but Andy's too spread out and down to. Yeah, there you go. And the G's.
Nice game. I wonder if they're gonna say that was laggy or not.
Dude, who knows, man? Who knows what's going on anymore?
I think it was well played by Legend. He was under attack like the whole game, and he's able to stabilize and bounce back.
All right, 1 sec. Matt's gonna join the game as well. What is it? LE or?
If Matt's gonna join, I can drop out.
No, you can. I mean, if we're not, I mean, unless we have lag issues, 3 people's fine. I mean, I don't know.
I think I prefer to drop out. I'm probably gonna get
okay. Yeah.
food anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out. Then, is it DMZ LE or DMZ regular?
Yeah, the LE version.
LE. Matt, you in here? Nope. All right, Berg. Yeah, if you wanna hop out, man. That'd be good. Thanks for hanging out.
Well, Matt's not in the game yet.
Yeah, he messaged me 2 seconds.
Okay, I'll drop out. All right, good luck. See you.
Yep, later, Berg.
Sorry, Ever, I was muted. Okay, I see your lobby.
Boom.
Password. There we go.
Don't say the password out loud, man. Everyone will be joining. It'll be crazy.
No, I wasn't. Sorry, I was muted for all of that. Thank you ever so much for letting me jump in.
Dude, of course.
I meant to say I meant to say to Berg, I can only cast like 2 games, possibly 3, depending on how long they take. So
okay.
hopefully Berg's on call to jump back in, but
yeah,
it's 2-3 to Legend. Wow.
I know. Yep, Legend up. I know. Yeah, good. Yeah, a little barn burner going on here. Yeah. Legend was really struggling against the Yuri early on, but making it happen, putting on a show.
Yeah, very impressive. Sorry, I've readied up now.
Cool. Yeah, and Berg, I think Ed's getting off work later.
Is Ed playing someone?
No, I was gonna say Ed. If you gotta go too, I think Ed's gonna come.
Oh, right. Okay.
I keep multiple people, especially for a Bo13. I keep multiple people in the bullpen because a lot of people don't want to give up their Friday evenings for a a match this long. So
yeah, no, I know you've asked me a few times before, and I've just been busy. But I'd love to jump in on some of these, and I've certainly been watching some of them. You know, when I can catch a few spare moments. But anyway, back to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we should. We'll see. Oh, and Andy going Allied here. I didn't catch that. Cool. We got a good Allied Soviet. Multi-engineer is on, everyone. So if Andy does pull funny business, it'll probably be in the form of Navy SEALs or Tanya's, because he can't engineer.
No double NGIFE sort of Andy.
Yeah.
Andy signature shenanigans.
I know. I still think of that game with him and Marco on that. That big championship.
Yeah,
and it just
yeah,
Marco didn't even attempt to sell or sentry. He just like, if Andy's gonna do this, and the whole community just like, no.
What's going on? I mean, in Marco's defense, he was not in the best sort of physical fitness shape at the time, but yeah, no, I'd love to see a rematch between those two at some point when Marco's feeling better.
Yeah, for sure.
So has Andy gone Yuri? I've sort of only been dropping in on your stream. Has Andy gone Yuri the other 5 games,
so
or has he mixed things up?
He has gone Allied one.
Top right. The
top left.
Andy going for that. Sorry, top left.
Yeah.
Andy gets the minor. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Andy, okay, nice. Gets the minor there. And he does have an IFE with a Navy SEAL headed some... Oh, yep. So bottom left here, that IFE has a Navy SEAL in it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we did see one other game. He did go Allied, I believe, the second game and lost. And was pulling some Navy SEAL funny business like he is right now. Oh, yep. Does it? Yep. Boom. So hits that, and then back in the IFE.
Gonna set Legend back a long way.
Probably had a
power drop in on top of the racks as well.
Yep. Paradrops there. He's gonna take out that barracks. Yeah, and I mean, having that MCV deployed, this is crucial building time. Obviously, he probably had a war factory he was about to put down.
And Andy's gonna. Oh, okay. I thought he's diving back in with that seal. He wants to force that undeployed.
Oh, yep. Yeah, and he can just. And this is interesting watching him just toy with it. No reason to get greedy for the buildings. Keep making him undeploy that MCV. Could put a wall up.
I missed what happened bottom right. Did you see this?
Oh God.
Doesn't have an MCV.
Oh no. Wait, I don't see any troops. Oh no, Matt, we're dropping the ball.
I saw Legend have 1 tank for a split second. I completely missed that. I was looking over at what Andy was doing to Legend, but Andy lost his MCV.
Well, whatever he was doing, hats off to him, because Legend was able to take an MCV while simultaneously undeploying his own MCV every 4 seconds.
Very impressive.
And wow, and Andy very weak. Yeah, very weak.
Very scrappy game.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy's obviously on the back foot. He's still got his airport, but his army here in the middle of Legend's base gonna be completely taken down.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a couple of tanks, but I mean, without an MCV, with only 3 miners as well. Legend got 1 miner not doing anything, so only 1 active miner on his side.
Yeah, the AFK miner here. I mean, I think Legend just trying to catch his breath. He kind of knows where he has Andy right now, and but
yeah,
should keep the pressure on.
Although Andy on 16k, and Legend only 1
one
working miner.
And the Harriers.
It's pretty even, if not slightly in Andy's favor with the Harriers, the potential for Rocketeers as well. One
Problem is Andy's low power.
Seal.
Andy's low power though. So that's the issue for. I think that's why Andy's.
Very true.
So that's why Andy's building so slow, because with that kind of money and an Air Force. The low power
shouldn't have that bank, should he?
Yeah, the low power is going to be devastating for him because he could stay busy. So it's got those Harriers, but yeah.
I mean, Legend broke. He has got that. AFK miner working again, plus a 3rd one now. So his ego's going to start to recover, and the longer this game goes on, the better Legend's position is going to be.
Yeah.
Yep. I wish I'd seen how Andy lost his MCV, because that would have told me a lot.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know how it could have. I swear he didn't have an army to do it with. I don't know.
I mean, I saw a Rhino over there, so I think it was a tank split that Andy, basically the same as you and me, did not see what was going on back at base, or decided that he'd sacrifice his MCV in order to try and do what he was doing.
Yeah, just committed to the Navy SEALs, I guess. Yeah, the low power. I mean, even with this kind of money, though, the longer the game goes, I mean, that's a decent hit from Andy. Oh, no refinery for Legend right now. Legend needs to get a refiner. Andy hanging and banging, putting on a show, but man, being low power like this is just like...
It really sucks. You feel like you have so much potential, and Legend ulting the War Factory.
Yep. And that elite
Rhino dies, but ults again with the flak, ults again with the second flak. War
and there goes the
goes
war.
Down,
yep.
And that's gotta be GG, right?
He's still pumping Harriers and Rockies.
Yeah, I mean, Andy being Andy will obviously fight on, because you do get those 0.001% of games where you get a comeback, your opponent makes a mistake, but I don't think this is going to be one of them. Saying that, Legend has no War Factory, he has no racks.
Oh, and he picks up the Elite Grizzly.
No refinery.
He picks up the Elite Grizzly.
Andy still has barracks and AFC. Like, there's no flak for Legend.
No flak,
From that flak cannon,
man,
it just goes down.
If Andy, honestly, even without the War Factor, if Andy had a power plant, and the Rockies come in, Andy's got this.
Black Troopers, because the radar's still up. Get rid of the.
Whoa! Why isn't he? He's not targeting the barracks. Oh, he gets the elite.
He's not.
He's got an Elite Grizzly. He's got an Elite Grizzly AFK top left. He could get him down there and hit that barracks, and he would have no anti-air.
It looks like he's forgotten about it, though.
I know. The Elite...
Harriers come in, though. Take out the...
Oh, and there goes the barracks.
And Legend has no more money. I think Andy's got this. Oh, the refinery.
And the War Factories... The War Miners got to get in the game right now. Oh, and no air defense. No air defense.
No anti-air now. Gonna take out the power.
And the Harriers are loaded up. The Harriers are going to have a hit coming.
Yeah. Harriers are going to start coming in. Rockies are rally pointed. Power drop keeps coming in from Andy.
Oh, he's got the barracks out. He needs to get a flak trooper. He's got... Where's that flak trooper at? Oh, and the Harrier... Oh, the flak cannon. Ooh.
And the refinery is down. And I don't think Legend can produce a refinery now.
Legend cannot.
And the Elite Grizzly.
And the Elite Grizzly back in the game.
God.
Tries to hit. So, oh, and there goes the paradrop. He was it, Legend. Wow. And Legend calls it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I don't know who I said would win earlier, but I'm saying now that earlier I said Andy would win.
Yeah.
200 IQ
yeah, we both.
That doesn't correct me.
Yeah, we both knew Andy had it in him. I was really.
Good lord.
I was really surprised. I mean, with low power, it's just a kick in the nuts in that position, and but I mean, those are the kind of games. I mean, that's why the top level is the top level, and it's so fun to watch because these players
absolutely
they have these.
And that's what I was saying earlier about not GGing out. Like if that was me in Andy's position, I would have, and I think a lot of people would have GG'd out because it looked hopeless.
Yeah.
Andy kept going, and you know, Legend stumbled, and some of that was Legend. Well, in fact, I don't think any of it was Legend screwing up. Sometimes it is, but it was Andy being able to cut those corners and get those uppercuts that Legend wasn't expecting.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And I think, and it is an interesting point because there's comebacks that are blunders, and there's comebacks normally at the top level. It's a blunder combined with a good play from the underdog combined with a blunder from the other guy. But in that particular situation, Legend played it. It would have been hard to say that Legend should have done anything a lot different. And that's very unique to see. I mean, Andy was just able to scrap and claw his way out. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why I just DM'd it to you, but I mean, obviously as a thank you for inviting me to see some of this, I'll throw $10 in the pool.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know if you want me to send it to you. If it goes to Andy, it kind of doesn't matter because there'll be a sort of FX conversion fee on PayPal. But I'm happy to send it to you now or send it to the players afterwards.
You can.
I'll throw $10 in the prize pool.
Beautiful. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we'll figure out whoever wins. We'll figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent Andy stuff on PayPal before. So like, I'm happy to wait till tomorrow or the rest of the weekend. Like, you know. Hopefully people don't think I'll flake on that.
I think people.
It's $10.
These players know you and stuff. Should be no problem at all.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, with any of this, right? With money on R82 games, the community. I mean, it's small. It's not tiny, but it's small enough that everybody knows each other. And if you try and screw people over, you'll be excised forever, and nobody will ever trust you again.
Yep, it would go pretty quick too. If RA2 cash game, if RA2 cash games wasn't paying people out, it wouldn't be a very good platform.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So $10, and cool. I'll add $10 into prize pool. So yeah, Legend top left and Andy bottom right. Everybody says bottom right is the sort of cursed position because you kind of got to move right and then left. But obviously Andy's Yuri, so that doesn't really apply to him.
Yep. Abel definitely has more flexibility, and yeah, Andy is back to Yuri again. I think he, definitely won that last game, but certainly feels like, it wasn't by the kind of margin that he wants. So back to being a little bit more comfortable with Yuri, I think.
An interesting map to put Yuri on. I would say it's a good map because there's a lot of sort of long distance gems. I'm obviously not a sort of pro player, and I'm kind of looking at your Twitch chat to see what people like Berg and Josh and Steve say. But big open maps, people say sort of not a good map for Yuri because your miners are nice and exposed. But obviously in the early game, if you can get your miners over to the gems, that's a big boost.
Yep. Yeah, the early mobility is definitely nice. And Berg kind of mentioned on the last, talking about Heck freezes over, and Andy not being a big fan of it with Yuri. And he was saying also the splits and stuff. The splits with for both Allied and Soviet against Yuri are big offensively. Yep. Makes it a little bit more difficult to defend. So, so we'll see. It's kind of fun. Bo13, we're doing no vetoes, so it's kind of fun to forcing people to play the maps that they're a little less comfortable with.
I mean, I love that in any sort of tournament or cash games or anything like that. I think forcing players to do something they're not comfortable with is really where you start to separate the men from the boys kind of thing, right?
Yep. And gives people a fresh look, gives people something new to see. And we gotta,
100%.
And you put money on the line, and then it's like if you just tell, hey, you gotta tie, both players are gonna tie their left hand behind their back, people aren't interested. But if you're like, $50, like people come out, and
people start trying their best,
and they try, yep.
Legend going for a real hardcore early game push. Andy gonna lose a miner here.
Yep, loses a miner, and now in with the conscripts and the slaves. If he could hit a power, it'd be a decent little shin kick. Doesn't get it, but nice hit. I mean, 2 rhinos for a miner gets the rhinos out. He's got to be happy with that.
not often in you know, can you as a Soviet get an early game push on a Yuri player? And you know, I've always thought, again, I'm not a pro player, but Yuri early game eco to me seems pretty weak. Late game, mid game, completely overpowered, but early game, pretty slow, especially compared to Soviet. And so if you can get that extra miner down, it puts you in a pretty good position.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, certainly to slow it down. Yep. Yeah, it is interesting. So Yuri's eco early on. So why is that? What exactly does put him a little bit behind early on, you think?
I mean, again, I'm looking at your Twitch chat to see people contradicting me, so that I don't sound like an idiot. But I mean, the slaves aren't exactly the most efficient mining group,
right? Yeah,
or mining unit. And so I think sort of in the first 3 or 4 minutes, Allied or Soviet kind of
interesting. Yeah, it makes sense.
Get a little bit more comfortable eco cushion. But I mean, here we go. Andy on what is it? 7 miners now. 2 in base mining dirt, pretty much. 3 on the left and 2 on the right. He's got his war factory up and his GM. And Legend also on 7 miners, massing flax. He's got the IC. So both of them preparing for sort of the mid game fight. That's at the moment looks kind of like it's anybody's go. 2 masterminds out for Andy, half a dozen lashes, and Legend going in for one of the miners. Gonna get it.
I mean, and it's seems to be a tried and true method. Andy seems to be sleeping a little bit on these miners, and Legend's gonna keep making him pay for it.
And he drones the mastermind next to the lab as well.
Oh, yep. Nice. Good. I think he could drop down and hit this other miner right now. It looks like he doesn't see it or not interested because he's pulling.
Yeah.
But that would have been a good. Looks like. Well, yeah, might have been hard, but.
I mean, I think that's a good way to fight Yuri.
Yeah.
You know, trying these hit and run tactics, getting these overpowered but weak miners which are spread across the map with no kind of defense next to them, over time really damages Yuri.
Yep.
And you see Andy on 3 walls and $11. Legend actually not building anything. His money is static at the moment, so
yeah, it's odd.
You know, -5 points to him. But icy drones gets the mags, gets the mastermind, gets the lashes, and goes for that exposed miner, as you were saying.
Yep, and again, yep, and yeah, it's a good hit on the army. And because Andy has those first couple games we saw, Andy was just like psych towering and not really even building an army. And now Andy does have the army out trying to defend and just really keeps countering it with those Iron Curtain drones. Yeah, it's so interesting the way that the flak tracks counter the mastermind. It's such a funny, like, odd caveat that, like, you know.
And for some reason, whenever I play Allied, and maybe it's because I'm a Soviet player, but whenever I play Allied and build IFEs just don't seem anywhere near as effective.
No, they don't get the job done. They don't.
No. And I mean, right now, if you ask me, Andy looks like he's a bit on the back foot. Legend, it looks like he feels pretty comfortable. He hasn't expanded to the top right, which slightly questionable. Mastermind coming in along the top.
Yeah.
Flak's gonna swarm it.
Yep, swarming with flags.
He's
those
his own flags.
Oh no, they were. Did he have them mind controlled? I think Andy took them and I think Andy controlled them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Andy took control of those desos. It's pretty heads up because I think the flags aren't smoking, but that had to have done a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm clicking on them. The ones that are alive are sort of on half health, 60%, 70% health. So, you know, they're still alive. So they'll still overload a mastermind, but it's not great. And I see drones again. If he follows the masterminds the right direction, okay, one goes the right way.
Yeah, one goes the right way.
And that actually gets the mag.
Yeah, take a couple of lashers, but not.
And Andy's army going in. Legend's army
in the
going
base.
Andy's main base.
What's he targeting here? It looks like he's low power. Oh, he could have stayed on the power plant. What is he targeting? Why is he just driving through like this?
Going
after that.
He was targeting the tanks. He was targeting the tanks, and now he's
Okay.
lab down.
Low power for Andy.
Yep. And Mastermind next to a grinder. You got to be careful with those.
Yep. And now that Masterman, Yep. Ooh, and that's 3 flags down. So Andy,
you've got to be and 2 Masterminds.
Ooh,
Pincer now. Mastermind gonna go down.
And the power's back up for Andy. Yep. So
yeah, let's get out.
Legend wanted more out of that attack.
I think. Oh, nuke.
Oh,
though.
nuke coming.
The 3 wars goes down. Andy has no war factories. And is
wow.
no power now.
Good sell for Andy. He would have lost his. Oh, there you go.
And Andy GG's.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, Andy.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, go. After you go.
I was gonna say a couple people in the chat. Yeah, sorry on the splits, guys. I'll try to stay top on it a little bit more. The foot mouse slows me down a little bit. I'll keep a better eye. Don't worry. I'll keep a better eye, guys.
Yeah, sorry. I'll try and.
Yeah,
I'll try
shout
and
him out.
A good co-caster and sort of shout out if I see something going on the other side. No, I mean, you know, especially after the previous game where Andy kept going after it looked like he was at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It was surprising to me that he GG'd out there.
Yeah, Monster, for the record, he didn't GG, he quit.
No, he quit. Like, he was obviously on the back foot, but, you know, and it wasn't looking good. But, again, he stayed in the last game, and I'm surprised that he just straight out quit.
Yeah, it is interesting, and you got to think, as the series goes on, players have a little less energy to crawl out of barrels, especially on 13.
Sure,
like Andy,
yes.
I mean, you start getting a little bit tilted. You're like, screw it. I don't want a tooth and nail. Let's just start over and let me beat him straight up. You know.
I can fully understand that sort of mentality.
But yeah, because like Legend drug on the second game for an extra 20 minutes, and it's like, you know, he wouldn't have been doing that on game 10, you know, but he's just like, I'm like, dude, yeah, like it's a 13 game series. Quit. Let's go.
I mean, that's also something else to bear in mind. I mean, I mean, this is what, game 8 out of, as you say, 13.
Yeah.
So we're about sort of at the midpoint, given that they're 3-4 and they're pretty even.
Yeah, if it stays even. Yeah.
And you know, it's always interesting, especially in these longer Stov series, to watch how the playstyle changes over time. And it's very telling about the players. Like in the first few games, are they more cautious or are they more aggressive? Do they want to lock in those early wins, or are they willing to do weird and wonderful things? And then in, you know, if they're behind and we get to the last few games, are they willing to try random things as a Hail Mary? Or actually, Legend, is it no dog eat on, by the way?
Yes it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because Legend had a dog right next to Andy's MG.
Oh, really?
And Andy's NG ran right past it and the dog didn't attack.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, here he comes with these Legend pushing conscripts here.
Bunny Rush.
Interesting map for it. I feel like the map's, well, it's a pretty small map, I guess. Certainly needs to get around that bunker. That bunker can literally kill all of them, but interesting move here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure this is the greatest. I mean, he does block the bunker next to the wall there. So these Connies might actually be able to do something.
Oh yeah, blocks. Oh
yeah,
blocks that. Yep, blocks that. Oh, but this miner can just clean up.
The wall. Yeah, the miner should be able to cover everything. 2 bunkers. The second Gatling.
Yeah, he's trying. Oh, he's trying. Oh, he did a pretty good job trying to cover that one too. He's covering 2 at the same time, but.
I mean, that Rhino can still do damage, right? Take it.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, the Gat tank in the bunker can hit it.
Oh, so now he's out of range, playing it just perfectly, getting in that sweet spot. Another Rhino coming in. Yeah, the chat pointing out, it's kind of funny, you know, us talking about these guys like you know, getting tired or quitting early games, late games. It's funny. It's like, not these guys. They get 1,000 in every month. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Andy's constantly telling me that like BO5, BO7 is not enough, and I'm like, to me, I'm like, dude, it's an hour and a half of my day, you know. But these guys, they live for it.
I mean, I played my first few games of. I mean, I'm not a 1v1 player particularly, obviously, as I'm sure you know. But I tried QM for the first time yesterday ever, and I think I played 6 games, and I won the first few, and then I lost a few. And I lost one to Path, to Madman. You know, I didn't mind that, and I lost one to somebody else I knew. And again, I don't mind losing, but after a while, I just can't do the 1v1s. And how these guys are playing a best of 13 in a constant block, like massive props to them. And I don't know about Andy. Andy's in, you know, I think West Coast US, but he certainly used to keep weird sleeping hours. Legend, on the other hand, is somewhere sort of Middle East, I believe.
Yeah.
And so this could be sort of 5 a.m. for him. So again, I assume he keeps weird sleeping hours.
I think most gamers, I think when you're committing to a gaming, I think weird sleeping hours are kind of part of it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, presumably these guys knew about this series like, you know, a day or a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know, they went to bed early, they woke up late, like they fixed their hours so that they were.
Yeah, there's players. I mean, I definitely have players who don't work with my sleep schedule, and then there's the kind of players like Legend and Andy who they make whatever work, you know. I mean, like.
I mean,
yeah.
Legend is one of those guys who plays so many QM games that you kind of wonder, when the hell does he sleep, and when the hell does he do? You know, when the hell does he eat and do everything else that is involved in general life?
Well, there's no time for that when you're trying to become a champion. There's no life.
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, Legend plays an insane number of QM games.
Yep, gets those reps in. That's for sure. That is for sure.
And he won QM last month, I believe. If I'm not
Yep,
mistaken.
yeah, Legend. Yep, that's where this match came from, because I think Legend and Andy were.
Andy number 2?
Yeah, Legend and Andy were pretty neck and neck, and so.
I see.
Good best of 13 to kind of settle the score here, and
yeah.
both players really wanting it, which I love, you know. I mean, and so many people like the drama, you know, Andy trash talking, people not liking this or that. It's just like. I love passion, man. Like I love that. I mean, Andy really passionately wants to win, you know, and it's entertaining, you know. Everything else aside, it's entertaining.
Yeah, Andy hitting Legends miners on the left takes out one. He can't dive for the second.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to things while you're.
I know. Yeah, we don't.
I completely agree. Andy takes out a second miner in the middle, by the way.
Oh yeah, a little bit of work done there. Yeah, pretty kind of tiptoeing around here a little bit. Both players expanding. Andy's expansion is definitely stronger. Andy has oil in 3 corners. Legend does not have any oil.
Yep. And a hidden war factory, or potentially a hidden war factory in the bottom right, and a miner comes out of it.
Oh yeah. So Andy, and we've seen this before with the Yuri Soviet matchup for Andy especially. You know, he likes to really spread his tentacles across the map, and as that happens, it definitely favors him, certainly.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the way to kill Yuri. Miner going down for Legend on the left-hand side. Refinery gets sold. Andy snipes the miner as well.
So Andy stomps out that expansion. So now Legend on his own primary base only.
Yeah, and only 3 miners, and Andy coming. He's got 4 lashes down in the bottom left-hand corner.
And the 4.
5 miners in the bottom right. Good lord.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he just really feels like the longer the game goes and the larger his expansion is, he doesn't feel a pressure to build an army or press. You know, he slowly basically starves him out, and it's working very well. I mean, you just by the radar alone, massive map control.
Absolutely. I mean, I was gonna say earlier that it's something that works against Yuri, but it obviously works against all factions.
Right.
If you are able to spread out across the map and slowly choke your opponent, and I think it's probably easier as Yuri than anyone else. And there we go. Yeah. Legend quits out.
And I think a big reason we've seen that work is because the psychic towers. It's so easy. You don't like most players. Yeah. Most players' defense is their offense. Their army is their defense. Yeah. And with Yuri, you're able to use those psychic towers, and you don't really need to have a massive army. You know, you can focus on expansions.
I've never really thought about it like that, but now you put it like that, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely, those psychic towers are a sort of hard counter to pretty much every single push that everybody
It's hard, yeah.
of Soviet or Allied could ever throw at you.
Yeah. I mean that's certainly enough time to. Yeah, I mean, we saw that a lot. One of the small maps we played early on, it was like Andy didn't have an army, and Legend just kept smashing his head against the wall till his ears bled. But it's like he just kept putting up the psychic towers, kept expanding his base, his territory, his economy, and eventually, Legend had to quit out. All right, so we'll see here. So 4-4. Yeah, what a barn burner, man. 4-4. Love it.
This is very close.
Yeah, this is great. This is what the people needed.
It is exactly what series like this should be. People might be rooting for Andy or rooting for Legend, but regardless of who your favorite is here, you got to admit that a 4-4 has to be better than a 7-0, right?
Well, that's
no matter how much you want your favorite person to win or your least favorite person to lose. These have been some fantastic games of RAT.
Yep, that's actually
Yuri's Revenge.
Yuri's Revenge, yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, everyone wants. I mean, no matter who you're rooting for, everyone wants good games. Like nothing fun about a blowout.
Exactly. I mean, you said something about, and I was half thinking about it earlier. You were saying something earlier about, forget the drama. Everybody just wants good games, all the rest of it. I mean, that's exactly where me and a lot of the other sort of Fortunes Chaos guys came from. We can't be arsed with the drama. People don't have drama. That's fine. But please go and do it somewhere else. We just want to have some fantastic games. Either play it ourselves and play like shit, or cast some high quality games, or all the rest of it. And that's all there is to it. And I think that's what 99% of people, at the end of the day, what they really want. And the drama is fine for a couple of minutes, like Geordie Shore or whatever your favorite reality TV show is. But after a few minutes, you just want some good, solid revenge.
Yep, that's absolutely right. As Monster RA2 slowly devolves my chat into being upset about something, it's funny. I have a rule. I'm like, you got something to say it in the chat. If you want to say it again, say it again. If you need to say it a third time, go on Discord, or someone else's. I took down the general chat in my Discord. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not very hands-on. I'm just like, it just like devolved into everyone like complaining and fighting. I'm like, all right, I'll just put my schedule in Discord. You guys can go fight in the Fortune Chaos channel.
I mean, we are. I consider ourselves very lucky that sort of FC has been able to sort of stay immune from this since kind of when we started. Everybody has been actually really nice and respectful, and
that's good.
Nobody's ever really caused any drama. And obviously I'm in Yuri's Revenge, Marco's Yuri's Revenge, big one Discord. People make drama, and that's fine. And if you want to make drama, fine, go on, do it over there. I mean, Berg, in his infinite wisdom, made me a mod over there a few days ago, but that's fine. But everybody seems to respect FC, and indeed from what I've seen, your channel and your Discord as well. And it's nice that people are basically adult enough to say, I want to make some drama, I want to act like a bit of a child sometimes, and that's fine, we all do. But in some places where people say, please don't do it here, they're willing to respect that and say, okay, yeah, no, fair enough. I keep the sort of high standards that you've continued to make.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, back to the game. Enough about sort of high standard Discord and Eurovision players going wow. Andy capping the power drop top left, and also Andy going
he's got
Andy going ally, but more importantly, Legend going Yuri.
Yeah, so Legend, we got a little distracted also. Legend is Yuri, Andy is allied. Andy takes that island, the paradrop in the island. Monster, I was just messing with you, man. I don't actually care. All right, now we're all caught up. Okay, that's where we are. And the robo tanks coming out from Andy. Kind of interesting.
It's fine. Steve has the stream muted. I think Amaranth is streaming at the moment, so he's staring at some girl with big boobs in a hot tub. He can't actually hear what you're saying.
Dude, that is like the most dystopian thing that goes on in the world. When I like pulled up a girl on Twitch, writing her subscribers' names on her arms in Sharpie, I was like, damn, this is like This is like super dystopian. like.
No, I mean Steve has already said in Berg's tournament, his Berg's 8v8 tournament, that if he wins, he's going to donate his winnings to Amaranth or some other unfortunate, Twitch streamer who needs to pay for their quote-unquote rent.
I don't think those people are unfortunate.
He calls it charity. The rest of us call it simping.
I mean,
anyway.
they have so much money. I mean, those channels have to generate so much money.
Oh, it's insane.
I'm sure their rent's been paid for. Yeah. A couple robo tanks on the backside here. Not enough to accomplish anything.
Power drop on the top left of Legends base there with the robo tanks. It's gonna get that oil power drop there, but the robot tanks in the bottom right do get cleaned up. Robot tanks in the top left are gonna try and go for a miner.
Yeah.
I think Legends gonna lose this
as
well.
Yeah, he like thought about battling for a while. The robo tanks, their BB guns like do so little, but yeah. So what's these robo tanks here? I mean, just like focused on in and out missions, or what's like the big advantage here of using these? I mean, the fact
Andy moving his MCV to the sort of bottom right of the map, not deploying it yet, but I think he's going for these gems.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this map, if I remember correctly, was an entrant, if not a Venice was the winner. This map, I believe, was an entrant into a allied favored map tournament that Berg ran 3 or 4 months ago. And so, the reason there's lots of water with flat edges is to promote robot tanks.
Oh, interesting.
And Andy is basically proving that.
Yeah.
Takes out another miner in the bottom.
Yeah, and he's just able to get the in and outs over and back across the water. Obviously, the masterminds, the psychic towers are no use. Yeah, getting some work here. And obviously, against a less experienced Yuri player, Legend possibly does, want to go to the masterminds and the psychic towers, which obviously don't work.
Yep. And power drop on the left-hand side here next to Legends MTV. And Andy there, I think, just kind of pulled Legend apart.
Yep.
And I think what else is worth saying is that, again, regardless of what you think of Andy, he knows Yuri.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what you think of Andy,
he knows.
There is essentially no one else who understands how to play Yuri as well as him.
Yep,
and so if you choose to go Yuri versus him,
he's gonna pick you apart.
You are taking a huge risk.
Yep, I mean, and he's gonna know the way you play it. He's gonna know he knows the weaknesses. He knows the strengths. He knows the weaknesses. All right, gotta grab beer. 1 sec.
Go for it. I will try and what's the delay on your Twitch chat? Okay. I'm gonna unmute Ivor's stream sit. I don't know if can I still hear myself? Okay, yeah, no. So Ivor's Twitch chat can still hear me. I am reading his Twitch chat. It is about 15-second delay. Yeah, okay, 20 seconds. How you doing, Ed? How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Nick? Berg? I see you guys all there. Popper as well. Where is Adam? Popper? No idea. I haven't heard from him in like 3 weeks. Matt, you suck. Somebody ban MJ, please. For racism. Somebody. But how you all enjoying it? I think this is gonna be my last cast. So Steve, Doofus, there you are. How you doing, dude?
Oh, dude, you're gonna hop right after this? Man, we got a barn burner on our hands. Come on.
I know. I've got to. It's 10 past midnight in the UK, man. Like.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna head out.
All right, fair enough.
I just said Steve. It was Steve who you invited into your game, right?
It was well, whoever can hop in. Ed was supposed to hop in here, I think.
Oh, Ed.
I thought Ed said he might be back on later, but Ed is incredibly late and tends to be not the most timely person. So
I believe Ed has had some sort of IRL things like house and all.
Gotcha.
Deal with recently.
But we'll yeah, okay, all right. So let's launch this. Okay, so Andy looks like he's going Allied.
Okay, so Ed should be able. Sorry, Steve should be able to stream. Amaranth, I just double checked, is not streaming right now. So Steve should be completely free.
You mean to come on after you? To come host?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Unless he's got some actual IRL things to do.
All right. Let's run it here. Monster, yes, racial slurs, stereotyping, I love it. Well, actually, it's not a racial slur, but stereotyping. Racial something. Racial insensitivity, maybe. So, Matt, are you right in London? Is that where you are?
I used to be after I left uni for like last 5 years.
Gotcha.
And then I used to be one of those investment banker Wall Street but London equivalents after I left uni. And then last year, like last summer, I got massively into streaming RA2, and I sort of thought I kind of like this streaming thing. I have enough savings to kind of take a year out. So back in February, sort of start of February, I moved down to southeast coast. Like it's literally a 5-minute walk to the beach from my new flat.
Oh, no way.
And I moved down here because slightly cheaper than
of course.
living in a capital city.
Yep.
And south of England, they actually speak English, unlike north of England where they speak kind of weird. So I decided that I'd do this for a year, and if it doesn't work out and I can't make anything out of it, then fuck it, I'll move back up to London. So not in London at the moment, but lived there for 5 years.
Gotcha.
Fucking loved it. What state are you in the US?
I'm in California. I'm in LA. Yeah, I just moved out here actually from Colorado, but yeah, man, I think that's a good way to. I think the dream chasing. I think so many people live their lives like constantly like, oh, if only I tried that, or if only I want to become a trapeze artist, but now is never the time, and then you live your whole life. And the funny thing is, you go try it, and for a year, and then you might be like, I hate this, but you'll know. You'll either you'll
exactly.
Yeah, you'll know.
Exactly. I mean, I was exceptionally lucky. Like I admit that I was exceptionally lucky that I was basically financially able to do it because of my previous job, and that most people can't do that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to take a year, but I mean, to pursue a dream, and I mean, whatever in some capacity, and to give yourself the opportunity. Because the thing is, most of the time, you might realize, hey, this isn't for me, But the problem with life, but if you live your whole life thinking, oh, I could have been a famous streamer, I could have been a famous, and I never tried it, So yeah, I think it's a good way to pursue.
Yeah, and kind of Seal does get Legends War Factory there, but Legend has a second one going up. Yeah, I mean, like, streaming RA2, you're almost certainly not going to become a famous streamer. But I sort of thought, I've got enough that, I'll take a year out. I'll give it a try. I'll try some other things. And, like I said, fortunately, I could sort of financially do it. And also my parents are massively supportive. Kind of said the same thing as you. Like, if you can, you should. Because you might you could live the rest of your life being like, what if kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I can in 7 months at the end of my sort of 12-month sort of timer, go back to London, put on my CV, be like, tried this thing, and from what I asked people said, yeah, no, if you say you tried something new, most people will massively respect that. Anyway, more important than my life story, Legend did lose his oil in the middle.
Lost his oil in the middle, but still,
but did push Andy back.
Yeah, Andy's got this nice expansion bottom left, hitting a lot of gems there. Tank-wise, yeah, I mean, pretty evenly matched army-wise. I think Andy's got him out positioned.
It worries me that Legend has not moved to any gems. When I play this map, I always go, and hopefully nobody in your Twitch chat is ever going to 1v1 me. I pretty much exclusively go to the large gem patch, because I think if you can get away with it, it's such a big advantage. Like, you just have to risk it. If you're against a Soviet player, then watch out for a drone. If you're not against a Soviet player, there is literally no reason not to go for the big gem patch. And it concerns me that Legend did not risk it.
Yeah. Yep, he does. I mean, he did kick out a little bit now. He is on gems a little bit, but positionally, Andy's Andy's definitely got him out positioned. Yes, we'll see what he's able to come with here. Where in LA? Like Silver Lake area, kind of like the Dodgers Stadium. I just moved out here. It's pretty cool. I like LA. Good weather.
How long you been there?
Like 6 months, so a little while. But it's been like locked
Got a
down.
car?
Yeah.
I've heard traffic in LA is like
it's
basically the worst in the world.
It's pretty
apart
hellish.
from maybe India.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. The big thing is, LA's been completely locked down. Like even like outdoor dining and stuff has been completely closed. So it's been pretty dead.
Fair enough.
So,
yeah, fair enough. At the moment, might not be a fair test.
But it's gonna. But it's pretty hellish because there's no public transport. Everyone drives, and it's pretty hellish.
Yeah.
Andy, God, these. Yeah, that wasn't the way to handle those Rockies. Man, Rockies.
Mirage is on the right-hand side of Legend's base, and if Andy micros properly, I don't think Legend's going to be able to deal with that.
He's not there.
Okay,
he's
Legend
not there.
does get it. Defender's advantage, Warfactory.
Oh my gosh, this Mirage is picking him out now. No. I think both players.
Okay, this surprises me.
Both players
Is
were
that
looking at
actually
something else.
5 shots from a Mirage tank to kill a Rhino? Jeez, I thought it was much less than that.
Yeah, that was it. It took quite a bit, and he. I think both players there weren't keeping an eye on things. Ooh, these Rockies doing work.
No.
One flak, and so Andy does have a couple Harriers. Should be looking to take advantage of these because he's running such thin flaks right now that he could be harrying these flaks. Yep, and here.
This is a lot of Rhinos on the left, and okay, Legend sends 3 down to the bottom left. This tells me that Legend did not scout bottom left.
Oh, yep. But Andy's got.
Andy has a lab up. Does he have force shield? Okay, he does have force shield.
Force shield,
Okay,
and these Mirages. Yep. Andy's got a lot of Mirages.
Yeah.
Staying busy. Andy's got a couple. Rocky's on the bottom right now. Rocky's gonna hit the War Factory. Gonna hit.
I think this is GG for Legend, dude. I think maybe if Legend had sent all of his tanks down bottom right and sniped Andy's MCV, that might have done something. But at the same time, Andy's army, I didn't see how big it was, probably defeats Legends right now.
Yeah, Legends just not, and Legends. Andy's still on his backside and totally outpositioned. His air defense is so low now. Good amount of Rhinos, but.
Few Desos out for Legend, but none of them that I've seen have gone into flak tracks. So I don't think we're going to see any Deso bombs out anytime soon.
Legend a decent amount of money, getting closed in on. These Rockies coming. These Rockies. Oh, he's got a decent amount of flags. Now here come the Desos. Can you stream one day from YT? One day from YT. I don't know what that means.
YouTube.
Oh yeah. So the problem is, I would like to actually. The problem is, I use Twitch Studio, so I would have to figure out. Twitch is
is that like OBS or?
Yeah, they have their own.
Like...
Yeah, they have their own platform. It's like insanely intuitive. And I just don't really have the time or energy to miss.
Have you always streamed from that?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's just it's not the time and energy to switch over.
I stream from Streamlabs because it's incredibly simple and straightforward to learn. But at the same time, OBS, from what I understand, basically, bottom line is OBS is the best one, but it's also the most complicated.
Yeah.
And then you get stuff like Streamlabs, which is easier to understand. But the problem is I've gone into Streamlabs, I understand it all, and now I refuse to convert. And now I'm starting to try and do more complicated stuff. I really don't want to convert to OBS.
Yeah, I mean it's exhausting to try to learn something new.
Legend split up top middle, trying to hit Andy's MCV, but Rocket is pushing him back.
He's got that
big fight down bottom middle.
Yep, and that's
Battle Fort.
The Battle Fort, and there goes the G.
GIBFs and Legend G's out. Is this the first time that one player has gotten 2 points over the other?
I think we maybe started with Andy 2 up. Maybe not. I think we did. Well, actually, no, I can't remember. I think you're right. I think this might be the first time we hit up being up by 2. But yeah, Twitch Studio, I don't think a lot of people even know about it because I think it's relatively new, but it's just like so intuitive. And I mean, honestly, it does everything I want it to do. Like, I've never found myself thinking, oh, how do I do something, you know? But anyway, all right, Matt, you heading out?
I am, dude. I am. Cheers for like having me for a couple of games.
Of course.
This was fantastic.
Of course. And thanks for putting the $10 in. Dude, yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, no, this was fantastic. There we go. Yeah, no, let me back out and let Steve or whoever your co-caster is in. But no, cheers for letting me in, man. Obviously, like if love to be invited back, and yeah, I'll try and message you in the future if I know anything happen. I mean, presumably you kind of keep regular human hours, like sort of 8 till 11 or sort of 11 till 2 a.m. kind of human waking hours.
Right, yeah.
LA. You're not like open. You're not open. Duh. You're not sort of awake at sort of 4 a.m. kind of thing.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm usually up till 2 a.m. I'm usually like noon to 2 a.m. I'm pretty functional LA time.
Noon to 2 a.m. Okay,
yeah.
well, if there are any games casting sort of around that time, sort of LA time, I will be sure to drop you a message to sort of pay you back. This is very kind of you, and I'd be more than happy to come back at another time and help you out. So thank you ever so much.
All right.
And obviously, good luck to the players, and hopefully you got Steve or some other suitable co-caster who can help you in a similar way.
Yeah,
so,
we'll find
GG.
someone, man. We'll find someone, man. We'll find someone.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, man.
Later,
Have
Matt.
a good weekend. See ya.
All right, guys. All right. So, 6-4. This is game point, best of 13. If Andy hits 7 here, that is going to be the game. Andy goes allied. Multi-engineer is on, so there can't be any engineers coming from Andy. And so this is it. This is it, boys. $100 game. And this is what it's bringing. If anyone does want to hop into to chat, if we do have another point after this, just let me know. Shoot me a message on Discord. Love to have someone on here. Jaz, I'll let you know. I think I already have someone for that. I already asked. I forget who I've lined up for that, but I'll let you know, Jaz, if we need someone. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, a couple things to mention here in the chat, real quick. Number 1, Fortune Chaos Matt, co-caster, who was just on, $10 in the prize pool. If you guys do not already follow him, make sure you follow Fortune Chaos. A lot of Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge games going on there. I'm sure you do follow because this community is insanely small, and inevitably all 40 of you follow both of us. But something to keep in mind. Additionally, tomorrow night, midnight Central Time. Midnight Central Time tomorrow. So Saturday night, midnight Central Time. We are going to be having Gauke, I believe is his name. He's a Chinese player. One of the top Chinese players is going to be playing Andy tomorrow. Best of 9, about midnight Central Time. You can see the schedule in my Discord. And it's going to be a barn burner. These are both a couple top players. He's a player from China. You guys probably don't see him a lot over on... he's not on Twitch, not on YouTube as much. So it's going to be a good game. That's tomorrow night, around midnight Central Time. Gauke and Andy, best of 9. $100 on the line. So... don't miss it. So Legend with the Legend with the early expansion here. That's right, Matt. No. Yeah, Gauke. Yeah, it's tomorrow night. It's 24 hours plus 6 hours ish. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. In about 30 hours from now, Gauke and Andy are going to play for $100 best of 9. So Legend precedent here, some early Rhinos, super early Battle Fort out from Andy. He's got to be happy with that. Couple of them out. Legend, in these situations, yeah, the Allied player doesn't want to get too much, or the Soviet player doesn't want the Allied player to breathe too much. The more Battle Fortresses that are running around the battlefield, Battle Fortress is Battlefield. The worst things are for Soviet. So you got to think that Legend would be happy with an early push here, maybe a dent to the economy, hit something to slow it down. Andy Prism Towers that side of his base. Yes, Matt, that's absolutely right. Yeah, 6 a.m. for you. What else you got going on at 6 a.m.? Make some eggs, watch the game, man. Yeah, we were working around a weird schedule for that one. Obviously, the one player's in China, so kind of taking what I could get on that one. Legends economy is looking a lot better. No expansion from Andy, and with this kind of tech, these kind of units, this press here with these rhinos not going to get much done. Gets 1 miner, 2 miners. Ooh, abandons these miners. And I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sure what Andy's up to right now. Oh, Andy must be focused up here, but you don't want to go AFK for a paradrop. I think he lost 3 miners there. That's not the kind of trade Andy wanted there, I don't think. Is able to hit a war factory? That's pretty nice, actually. I'm not sure where Legend is right now. Legend's nice little rhino barrage there. Yeah, that's right. To watch good football, we have to get up early, so it goes both ways. Again, it wasn't really up to me. I try to work around... I try to do my games early afternoon for me so that most of you guys have at least a late weekend night, but it's hard to find something that gets everyone happy. And this paradrop absolutely doing work. So I take back what I said. Andy went abandoned some miners to micro these GIs, and it actually has proven to be a very valuable trade. These GIs are just absolutely getting it done. That sentry gun should counter it. Another group paratroopers. Those 2 up on the cliff are really nice. That elite on the cliff. Battle Fortress is pushing in. And this is not looking good. Not looking good for Legend. Oh, sorry. I guess I spoke a little too soon here. Andy is low power and a bit of a base trade going on here. And Legend kind of seems to be losing track of things. But Legend does have this base perfectly protected, and Andy's low power, no war factory, no MCV. But no anti-air up here, so now running with that MCV. Oh, a couple flak tracks to defend the MCV. He needs to, yeah, that's it. Wow, okay, so Legend's able to pull that out. Yeah, Andy had a good push there. I didn't, I apologize there. I kind of lost the backside a little bit, but, yeah, it is. Wait, really? That game's tonight? That would be hilarious. So Legend takes it and carries on this game a little bit more, which I absolutely love. I always root for the player who continues the series because I'm a fan of barn burners, I'm a fan of nail biters, I'm a fan of good games. Of course, everyone is. So we do have some bit of confusion going on here. All right, so everyone stay tuned. I'm going to talk to Gauke. We're going to figure this out. Let's see what Andy thinks. Let's ask Andy real quick. Matt, thanks for being on top of it, man. That's the kind of co-host I need. Even when you're not co-hosting, you're still in the background making up for my mistakes and errors and confusion. Appreciate that. All right, so Andy says it's tomorrow too. Yep, so Andy and I are both on the same page. So yeah, so for the record, Andy and I are both under the interpretation that the game is in 30 hours from now. So I will be reaching out to Gauke and hopefully figuring that out. Of course, if Gauke wants to do it tonight, knowing Andy, he's got nothing better to do. Of course, I don't have anything better to do. So maybe we'll make it happen tonight. Hard to say. All right, so again, match point here. Gauke says 6 hours. Ask him if I'm saying his name right. Gauke. Gauke. All right. So this could be a match point here for Andy. Obviously, Andy back to Yuri. Legend running Soviet. Both players. A little land grab here early on. A lot of oil on this map for 2 players. And so if Andy's able to pull this out, that will be it. 7 points in a best of 13 will win it. Yeah, Matt, I got it. I'll message him. Legend needs to win 2 here. And so for the record, if Legends ends up winning this series, he will have won 3 games in a row. Which would be pretty intense. Yeah, Doofus, take advantage of Matt. He's the messenger now. Everyone run your trash talking through Matt. Trying to run around some early conscript harassment. We saw this from Legend on another map as well, against Andy's Yuri. These early conscripts, I'm not really sure what the MO is, but presumably they do something because Legend plays more Red Alert 2 than everyone I know combined. So when he does something, presumably there is a some sort of meta idea behind it. But I can't quite figure out what that might be. Alright. So Andy, again, just kind of really pumping this economy. The Legend getting some desos out. Got some defensive desos posted around here. Maybe expecting one of those early lasher pushes from Andy, like we've seen the last couple games when he's ran Yuri. Genetic Mutator out. Super weapon under 3 minutes. Pro move. Battle Lab from Legend as well. You got to assume the tried and true method here for Legend is running those the IC drones, which have just wreaked havoc. Only way to really control slow down those masterminds. So these rhinos out without much support right now. Got to be careful. There is a mastermind in that group. But at the same time, this is one of those maps that can definitely be spread out on, and Legend doesn't want to leave Andy to his own devices. And Matt had an interesting point earlier, and I think in these big series, the top-notch players, the best thing is the way that they adjust their gameplay. They don't play the same way point after point. The definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. And that's what I love about these longer series. While I'm not always a big proponent of them, it's fun to see how players adjust to each other. They start anticipating their players' anticipation, and switching things up, presumably. Fixing the things that don't work and going back at it. So, both players running a pretty strong economy here. Andy sitting on definitely more of the map. You see Legend's got that service depot out again. And now Legend is working over to that bottom right, spreading out a little bit. These defensive desos ready to slow things down, I guess. Lasher's coming out from Andy. Adam Wolf, thanks for the follow, man. If you're still here, Kill Me Not, thanks for the follow. I'm missing it, man. That's it. I'm never gonna become famous. I keep missing my follower thank yous. They probably already unfollowed me by now. Failed drone attack there. That deso has been taken over, so that Andy's done a pretty good job of using Legend's desos against him, especially on those flaks. Their armor is so light. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, nope, that Legend. Oh, nope, not able to do it that time. Would have been kind of nice. Little broken arrow situation. Throw the deso on your own troops. Take a couple of those flaks with you. Discs now coming out from Andy. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, did a good job of hitting those rhinos before the flags with the mastermind, but not enough. And Legends got to be pretty happy with that exchange. Still, oh, ooh. Backside here with Lashers. Legend a little slow to respond. Doesn't send all of his forces over. These Lashers, I'm not sure what Andy's going to try to target here. Oh, here come the drones. That'll be nice. But Andy's going to do some serious work here. Perfect force shield. Rhinos instead of drones coming out. And pulls back the army and lets the drones do their work. And that was a good move because he didn't lose the drones. Mutator hit, takes the MCV. Legend does have his MCV out, or his service depot out, so he can rebuild that, especially with his economy. He's sitting on 9K. Andy's looks like he's scraping the bottom of the barrel. He's got ore in several bases, but I'm not sure what's going on with Andy's economy because I haven't seen Legend picking on it a whole lot, but this group here from Andy's looking pretty strong. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's hard. I mean, that Deso, I mean, yeah, you know, once they get taken over, then you're destroying them, but those were actually your units, and Legend takes a pretty big hit there. Okay. Now again with the Lashers, and yeah, and Andy keeping the pressure on. And Legend, I don't know, like Legend has an economy, but gonna get that nuke before he can launch it, which is kind of a kick in the nuts. Legend throws the G's. A lot of money, nothing to do with it, and that's the series for Andy. That's 7 points. Okay. Andy takes it. Legends out. Doesn't even get to see my thank you, homies message. Okay, I'm out of here. Andy, well played. Legend put up a good fight. Honestly, I stand corrected. I've never done series this long before, but I actually had quite a bit of fun with the best of 13. Honestly, could have gone best of 15. But yeah, Legend put up a good fight. A lot of good games. For those of you, I've already said it like 15 times, but I would love it if you followed me on Twitch and YouTube. If you go to ra2cashgames.com, you can find the links. If you guys like these games, you want to support, all of your money does go back to the players. Any money you send me is going to go to a player, to a future game, to a future tournament. ra2cashgames.com, you can find the PayPal link. Yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Again, Gauke and Andy tomorrow night. So about 30 hours from now. If you join the Discord, you will get constant updates on the schedules, things like that, so you don't lose track of these kind of awesome games. Can't think of anything else to say, so